Most people don't like planning. I mean, why would you like planning? It's honestly one of the most boring things because you don't get to do the most. You just sit there and you strategize. But it is the key to your success, especially when building a Wix site. You want to make sure that you have planned the site to get the end result that you desired. We are going to make a sheet right now, and I'm going to attach it as a PDF resource to this lesson so that you can download it. But you have to ask yourself, first of all, what is the type of site that you want to build? And right after that, the first question you should be asking yourself is, what is your desired end result? So what would you like to achieve by the end of it? What is your desired end result? And I'm talking about, things that are quantifiable. I don't mean have a blog site running. No, how many monthly visitors do you want? You got to get crystal clear about this stuff. How many monthly visitors do you want? What do you want your visitors to be doing on your site? Do you want them to be donating money? Do you want them to be purchasing services? Do you want them to be reading your blogs? What do you want your visitors to be doing on your site? How much money would you like to make with your site? And now you may be saying, hey, I just want to build a blog site and I want to make as much as possible. Not going to work. You won't make a penny. You have to ask yourself, how much money do you actually want to make with your site? If you want to make $100,000, then you have to find ways to make $100,000, whether that's a month, in a year, in 10 years. Give yourself a yearly. How much money would you like to make with your site a year? What about the first year, second year, third year, etc.? How much money would you like to make with your site? That's very important. And every single business in the world has benchmarks for how much money they want to make. So we're talking about the type of site here, right? And when you're designing your type of site, it's going to be influenced by these factors. So I call these the influencing factors. The influencing factors affect how you're going to design your site. And then at the end of that, you're going to ask yourself, what type of site? And this is just basically your passion. Like, you probably know at this point, are you going to, build a portfolio site? We're just going to write the types of site actually. Portfolio. This will showcase your work experience to employers, to prospects. A portfolio site. There are different types of site as well. So for example, instead of just the portfolio site, you can do a company site. So do you have a media company, a marketing agency like I do? Maybe you want to promote your service and sell them online. That's a company site. Not for profit or a non-profit, to make that shorter. A non-profit. So are you fundraising? Are you trying to raise money for a certain goal? Maybe you're just a lifestyle blogger. So you can be a blogger, but there are different types of bloggers. So lifestyle, fitness, you can be a food blogger, you can be a fashion blogger, you can be a travel blogger. So there are things like that. And you can make money through Amazon affiliate programs. There are so many ways you can make money as a blogger, but generally that will be your main go-to method out of the many that you'll be using. So what type of site do you want? There's more. The possibilities are endless. You can create a new site. One of our local news sites are run on Wix, and another one is actually run on Squarespace. You can tell because if you save the image from the site, the back end is saved on a Squarespace and a Wix, so it's very easy to tell. So there's so many different combinations. The list goes on. I'm not going to list them all because I know your time is valuable, but what type of site? And then you need to think. The last question you ask yourself, what does this type, or what would this type of site look like? Would it be big and bold? Clean and elegant? The list goes on. You need to ask yourself when you're creating that site, look at the influencing factors, what you want to achieve with your site, what type of site you want to make, and then what would that look like? People do it backwards. They say, what's my site going to look like? Because they're excited about the visuals. And they say, well, what type of site's it going to be? This might be the first one, actually. But then it usually starts here. And then it's like, well, maybe at the end of it I can get this. No, you have to reverse engineer it. That's how I did my media company. That's how the best website designers do it. And marketing gurus, that's what they do. I'm not saying I'm a marketing guru. I'm just saying that like everybody I know that's good at this stuff always reverse engineers. They start with their desired result and they work backwards to see what that would look like to achieve that result. So I'm going to attach this PDF. I know it's not the most pretty thing in the world, but this is going to help you. Just save it on your desktop. Use it. Ask yourself, write them down, grab a pen and a pencil and just write down what you would like and get it in a nice notebook. Maybe call it your website notebook. Later on, if you get clients, you can track your clients or write your blog ideas. But just get yourself a nice notebook or something that you like to write in and write down your influencing factors. So what you want. Write down the type of site and write down how you want it to look. And that's going to give you a very clear idea of the sort of site we're going to be creating. So let's move on and talk more about your target audience and how we can, reel in more viewers and make your site a success.